ready. Okay. All right. Good evening. Good evening to everybody. Doesn't matter where you are. You could be in the U.S. or you could be in the other side of the planet in Australia. The reason I'm so excited about this is because many people talk about they say, oh, I cannot find people to talk to. Now, right now, we are in the last 90 days of the year. From now to around December 15 is when we have a good time to keep sponsoring people. We have to make sure that we never run out of people, especially if you are going in massive action. Tonight, I'm going to talk about all the different things that I have used and learned through the years that I have used before Facebook and after Facebook. Because I tell you, there are many ways to get people. And again, it depends on if you're willing to do whatever it takes to just to go for it. But anyway, let's start now, okay? Now, this is what I will cover tonight. First, getting list of names anywhere. I will cover some traditional and also social media ways to actually approach people. I will cover some of the scripts, and at the end of the presentation, you will not have any excuse in finding prospects. There's not going to be any excuse at all. Now, in the next 90 days, when you apply everything I am going to tell you tonight, your business will grow to higher levels. Now, tonight is mostly about prospecting, getting names. But anyway, make sure you take notes, and this is going to be recorded. Make sure you watch the webinar again. This is going to be a little longer than normal webinar for the reason that I'm going to cover a lot of ideas. Now, do this for the next 90 days, and you will never run out of prospects. That's for sure. Anyway, let's get ready to rock and roll here. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Let me tell you the truth about success. Any business, doesn't matter what kind of business, needs customers or prospects. The most successful business never run out of prospects. That's the secret. They never run out of prospects. The same applies to our business. Today, we have unlimited streams of prospects. In today's world, it's easier to find people than never before. And I'm not exaggerating. Today, there are many industries that have been created. Many distributors have become really successful. Thank you for the tools that we have today. And I'm going to mention some of them during our presentation. Okay. Now, with unlimited number of prospects, we are successful as long as we connect with them, because one thing is to have a bunch of names, and I know people that they can collect names from everywhere, and they can have hundreds of names, thousands many times, but if they don't connect, you do not connect with them, there's no way to be successful. You have to present them using the tools. We follow up. And the more you do it, the more success you are going to have. It doesn't matter if it's in person, or you are making a phone call, or even on social media, on Facebook or Twitter, or any of these ways to connect people. But one of the things that I want to make sure, hold on a second, please. Hold on just a second. I just got here my telephone. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, make sure, guys, that when you connect with people, you are using always the tools. Always the tools. This is the way to do their business, using the tool. Now let's go to the next part. This is your power system. First of all, this is something that all of you have seen many times. And I know many of you are going to be saying, gosh, George keep repeating the same thing. Guys, the heart of everything that you do is on your list. Yes, you're going to be connecting, like I said. You are going to be presenting, and you are going to follow up. This is something that you do consistently every day. Consistently every day. Now, Jimmy Smith says that the fortune is in the follow-up. Now, I'm sure everybody knows this, and everybody say, yeah, I know. Of course, I know that. This is for real. Of course, this is true. But let me tell you something. If you don't have a list, you don't have anybody to follow up. Keep that in mind. Now, your list, you keep always adding new names. Now, let's go into the different three kinds of lists that you're going to find in network marketing. First, we had the cold market, then the warm market, and the hot market. Now, some people heard about warm market and cold market, but actually there are three. Now, the hot market is in the center. This is the best place to start. It's where you usually get the best referrals, etc. The second one is the warm market, and we are going to describe what this means later. And then the cold market. Now, the cold market is the coldest one. The best way for you is to make sure that you stay within the red and the yellow. In other words, the warm market and the cold market. Let's talk about the warm market. This is people you know well, relatives, family, friends, etc. Write your list now if you have a list. I hope, guys, you have a list, all of you, because unless you are starting the business today, though I told you how to do it, make sure you write the list. And if you wrote a list before, make sure you update it and you connect with people. Sometimes relatives, by the way, are the toughest to approach, but still that doesn't mean that you are not going to approach them, because sometimes maybe actually the best source that you can have right away. Now, you can find always some of your old friends through social media, and I'm going to go into some ideas in a few minutes where you're going to see how you do that. Check your cell phone too. You have a lot of contacts in your cell phone. Even if you contact them before, keep them in the loop of what you're doing, or any time that you have something new that is coming in isogenics, make sure you connect with them. This is important. Again, this is the hot market. Now, the next step, before that, here is a script that you can use. By the way, we have a lot of scripts on howtogetgoing.com, but here is an example. This is what we call the asking for help script. This is really useful because everybody wants to help. When you say, hey, I need your help, people open up to say, thinking, well, what do you need? I just started this project where we are helping people to earn a full-time income from home. Can you check these videos to give me and give me your opinion? Oh, wow, I just realized I make it. But anyway, you get the idea. Now, this is the approach from Kathy Coover. I make a little change, but it's basically the same. She says something like, I'm working with Isogenics, a billion-dollar company that is creating financial freedom for families. The product has changed my life, and then you tell your story, and we have, for those of you that have seen the story, I mean, my webinar about how to create your story is very simple. You learn it and say it in about a minute. You tell your story, and then you say, I'm looking to partner with 5 motivated people who would like to make a fortune in the wellness industry. Are you in? This is a Kathy Coover script, and I like it, that's why I have it here. Okay. Also, the warm market. Now, the warm market is the yellow one. That's why you see the little yellow circle. And the warm market is people that you know by name. You are not really good friends with them. These acquaintances, people that you have met, people that you meet in social media, people that sell you something, etc. This warm market is the second best place to find prospects, and actually for some people it's the best. This is a market that you can expand it consistently. It's a never expanding warm market. Let me show you how. Trade shows and flea markets. You go to trade shows, seminars, or flea markets. Now you say, well, what kind of shows? Any shows that have people selling or exhibiting something, like women shows or car shows or Christmas show, etc. And I'm going to tell you why those are powerful. I'm not telling you to get a table. Listen to me. You don't have to get a table there. You don't have to have a spot. If you want to, yes, you can. But there is a way, really effective way to also work in this different programs, shows, seminars, or flea markets. Now, seminars. In many cities, many of you live in cities where consistently there are people going to selling seminars on how to make money in real estate, stock market, internet, etc. You can go to those seminars and just collect cards. You are not going to try to sell anybody right there, just collect cards. Now, as for their business card, write their Facebook address if they have it. Do not mention Isogenics. Just say, oh, I would like to keep connected with you. That's the only thing that you have to say. Get as many cards as possible. Call them about 2 weeks later or contact them through social media and use the scripts. Again, you say where the scripts are and howtogetgoing.com. Anyway, let me show you a script that I have used very successfully when I've done this. Now, it's very simple. Hey, hey, Jack. Let's suppose that you're calling somebody Jack or Mary. Hey, Mary, you may not remember me. I met you at, then you say the flea market, like what women wanted in the case of one that we have in Salt Lake. And I got your card. The reason I'm calling you is because I'm very impressed with you. Would you be open to know how to increase your income without increasing your overhead? As simple as that. Now, many people are going to say no to you, and that's okay, but you're looking for one or two good ones. Now, does it getting cards or from people that have tables on flea markets or trade shows or any of these things work? Well, to give you an idea, Tammy Hess, that is going to be one of the millionaires soon, she had a table in one of the shows in Utah. She sponsored Hillary Clinton. And for those of you that know who Hillary is one of the millionaires, multi-millionaires in isogenics. Also, Dave MacArthur, who is also one of the millionaires, his wife had a table in one of the shows, I think it was in a bridal show. But they have a table. They were not visiting. They have tables there, really important. And then they sign up and they're millionaires. This works. It's really simple. You can enjoy going to trade show, get business cards, and then later call the people. Really simple. You can ask them also for to Facebook contacts, and then you can connect as a friends, and then use the scripts. Really simple. Now, going shopping, this is one of my favorites. Salespeople, waitresses, service people like hairdressers, massage therapists, etc. I say this, and by the way, this was one of the first things that I learned when I started in network marketing. I was using this. I didn't know many people, and that's the way that I was getting prospects. You're good. Probably you're earning tons of money in your job. Let them answer, and most people are saying, "Not really." People like you earn thousands per month in my business, and they are going to ask you what your business is. Don't tell the whole story there. Just ask them for their best email address, their home number, or the phone number, the cell phone number, or find them in Facebook. Ask them if they are in Facebook. Contact them as soon as possible, because don't wait here 2 weeks. If it's possible, the same day or the following day, and use the scripts that we have. Really powerful. Waitresses, etc. Spending the word market is networking. I mean, getting involved in networking groups. Get a lot of business card numbers, telephone numbers, social media pages, etc. Now, and when I say groups, there are a lot of breakfast clubs, business groups. There are many BNI and B like baseball, N like Nancy, I like Indian. BNI is a great place. They have groups all over the country. I belong to one of them. I don't go as much as I used to go, because I'm going to tell you later how I'm getting in groups now. I can be in many groups at the same time. But anyway, still, it's a good place to get cards. Chamber of Commerce, you can get in, as I said, business groups, etc., personal development groups, etc. This is really cool, especially if you like to socialize in person with many other people. Now, also referrals. Now, referrals are so powerful. As a matter of fact, that's another way that I used when I started in network marketing, because I didn't know too many people. And Lynn Haggerty has, in her trainings, she always said that she always asks, who do you know? Who do you know that is network marketing, sales, or waiter or waitress, real estate, insurance, people that are in fitness, teachers, coaches, moms who want to earn extra money, people that are motivated, people that have a lot of friends, etc., etc., etc. This is a great way to get people to get names. And this is being specific, because if you are talking to somebody and say, who do you know that would like this? That's a really open thing that sometimes people cannot think on anybody. But you say, hey, do you know anybody that's a waitress, insurance agent, real estate, somebody has been in network marketing, somebody is a teacher or coach, or a mom that stay home, or an entrepreneur or a business person? And then it's much easier to get referrals. Getting referrals is an art, but at the same time, it's really simple. Now, social media. This is one of my favorites. Social media is Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+, MySpace, Pinterest, etc. All of them are really good. Social media is so powerful. I have one of my associates in my organization just contacted a really powerhouse in Malaysia. As you know, Isogen is open Malaysia today officially. And this person was contacted through social media. And people don't have to know really good English. And you may say, what did they say? Nothing. You just post, and I'm going to show you in a second. Post positive things, different things about that have to be with results, etc. And you can have a lot of people contacting you. Now, The most important part is the one, or most of the time you are going to be initiating conversations, but I'm going to talk about that in a second. This is a big one. You literally can create dozens of new contexts every day, and I'm not exaggerating. I have to credit Max Steiner, one of my mentors. He's called the father on social media. He opened my eyes to the power of social media, and I'm expanding myself beyond that. Now, social media network for Facebook is the one that I'm going to be talking more about tonight. But by learning how to do this, you can also apply it to Facebook. LinkedIn is a great place to get professionals. Pinterest. We are going to be talking about more later in other seminars. Twitter, YouTube, etc. For now, mostly it's going to be Facebook. Now, setting up Facebook is really simple. In your page, make sure that on your profile you don't have isogenics all over the place or network marketing like some people do. The only exception is if you are already having good success in network marketing, you are putting yourself as a professional there. But in general, especially isogenics and nutrition, you don't want to, because you don't want people to start doing a search on the internet on isogenics. And make sure, and don't say only nutrition, because then you are not going to attract business builders. And I know a lot of people say it's called themselves cleansing coach. I tell you what, as a cleansing coach, you're probably going to help cleanse a few people, but you are going to have a hard time finding business builders. Don't call yourself cleansing coach. I know some of you on the telephone are thinking, what? Yeah, because you are what you are. And if you say you're a cleansing coach, where is the lifestyle? Where is my future? Where I want to live in a bigger house? That doesn't bring that idea. Anyway, you want people to be curious. Have a smiling picture of yourself. Don't have a dog or a cat, even if it's a great dog or a great cat or a great, I don't know, golden fish. You want to have your face there. One of the reasons a lot of people reject anybody to becoming a friend has to do with the picture. I would say, I think it has been said something like 80% of the 80% of the people that reject somebody is because of the picture. Have a nice bio of who you are, and you can copy the one that I have if you go to my profile. Have an idea. It doesn't have to be too big, but make sure you cover things like where you came from, where you are now, where you are going, and how you are benefiting others. And by the way, for those of you who sound disfamiliar, these are the same 4 steps that you use to create your own story. Where you came from, where you are now, where you are going, and how you can benefit others. Don't post negative stuff like news and politics. And I know some people say, well, but I want to have my politics ideas on Facebook. That's okay if you want to, but remember, it's at your own risk, because then you are going to be eliminating not half of the people like some people believe, but around 2/3 of the people are going to stay away from you. And you may say, what do you mean 2/3 of the people? Because even some people that think like yourself, sometimes they don't like one, especially if there's negativity involved. You can say things, if you are saying for who you're voting or things like that, that's okay. But when you start getting aggressive against some other groups, you're going to lose a lot of possible prospects. And you have to be careful. That's why I say negative. You can say if you are Republican or Libertarian or Democrat, yeah, you can say those things. There's no problem, as long as you are not totally attacking other people and putting them down, because then you will start eliminating, again, not only people that don't believe like you, but even people that believe like you, that they don't like to see too much negativity. Again, this is the way to set it up. It's really simple. Clean the profile again. Have it nice profile, because remember, you're going to use it for business. Invite family and friends and acquaintances to become your friends. And I'm going to show you in a second how you can do that. Sign up in group pages, ask for friends, and we are going to show you in a second, and post on your wall. This is the way that you are going to set it up. This is like the blueprint when you are setting up your Facebook page. I understand, I mean, tonight I was thinking to divide this in 2, but I prefer to combine everything tonight on the prospecting, because you can see the big picture of how many ways are to prospect to get people. But anyway, again, this is the setting up on the case of Facebook. Now, the prospecting, you start conversations. We have the scripts, and that are in howtogetgoing.com. Then the qualified people. In other words, if you see that the person is not somebody that goes anywhere, just say no, just put it in the back burner or get rid of them if it's a negative people. If they say yes, you do a presentation. How? Well, sending people to your website, you follow up, and if they say no, put them in the back burner. If they say yes, sponsor them, teach them to do the same, duplicate, and they start doing exactly the same thing. And by the way, this is the same process that you do outside Facebook and also in the real life. You're starting conversations, you qualify people, you present, you follow up, and if they say no, you put it in the back burner because you're going to do follow up. Eventually, they say yes, poof, you go right away, sponsor them, and teach the same thing. Now, finding people. Find your family, obviously, and find your friends on Facebook. These are the easiest to find. Start looking for your friends. Now, well, I say later. School friends, acquaintance. It is simple. Just say, I want to add you to my list of friends on Facebook. You connect with a friend, obviously. Hey, hi, Mike. I would like to add you to my list of friends. Or somebody that was in school. Hey, I went to school with you in high school, in X school, or college in X school. I would like to add you to my list. That's as simple as that. You don't have to be a magician. And by the way, using this, you can add tons of people. Now, if you're brand new to Facebook, make sure you don't add more than 5 to 10 a day, because they can freeze your account for a day or for hours. No? But then after you have 100 or more, then you can add more. Okay, cards and email address. Okay, this is so cool. You see Facebook.com invite PHP. Okay, let me copy this and make sure you write down this or oops. Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna go to the internet right now. This is live. Let me open another window. Okay. Okay. You see, when you use the address facebook.com/invite.php, this window open. Let's suppose that you have a bunch of business cards, okay? This is really simple what you do. You see here, you say that you can put phone numbers and emails. You can enter email address here or telephone numbers, and then .com, whatever, say, you can put up to 50, but don't put more than 20. And then just write down here, or separate by a comma, telephone numbers or what's called so email addresses. And then you say, hi, I got your business card. I just want to add you to my list of friends. That's it. Your business card. Then I'm not going to write the whole thing, but you get. I would like to ask you to my list of friends, and then click invite to be your friend. That's it. You see how cool? But make sure you have that address. It's the only way that I found to get there. Facebook.com/invite.php. This is one of the ways. Okay, let's go back to our presentation. All right. The next one is saying find people application. Right here. So what is find people application? Okay, let me show you what it is. Okay, oops. I don't know what happened here. Okay, you see here in the search, you're going to write there, this is the search on Facebook. You're going to write the find friends. You see? You click on find friends, and you have a list here. Now, let me tell you why this is so powerful. You can add cities, and you find people from city, like appear here. Or high school. Here is the school that I went to. But let's suppose you can add any high school here and then add it. Okay, let's put I don't know, Alpine. I'm just going to put Alpine. Okay, there's a list here, and then you look for your school. You can click. And when you click, guess what? The list is looking for people that went to the same school. This is school. I'm going to take it off. I don't know what is that. Okay. But you see, you enter the name of the school here, and this is in high school again. And then this list start growing, and then you see the list, and then you start adding people. The next one is mutual friends. You can add mutual friends, and the same thing. There's all the mutual friends. These are suggestions, by the way, of Facebook. Everything that you see on this side are suggestions. All this of Facebook. College or university. You can enter the college. Let's suppose I'm going to put a Harvard University. I click here, and then suddenly this list on the right side is going to update, and it's going to have everybody went to Harvard. Of course, you're looking for people that went with you. But this is so cool. Companies that you have worked. Let's suppose that you work at IBM. Let's go another company. IBM. Here's the list, and then you see a list of different IBMs. But let me I click here, and it's going to update. Everybody has a, and why this is so powerful. And by the way, other schools, other graduate schools, etc., that you see. This is so powerful because here what happened is that you can expand the list, and then when you connect with somebody, say, hey, the reason I'm connecting with you, I went to the same college, and I would like to be connecting with you. That's simple as that. And this is the easiest way to find people in different colleges. Now, I hope you saw this one. Now, let's go to here, and I'm going to show you another ways, cool ways to find people. Let me go. Find special interest fan pages and groups. Same schools, I already talked about that. Common jobs or professions, sports, etc. Same town and state. And let me show you another way that's really, really cool to find people. Let's suppose that you are going to go to a special interest, like, for example, personal development. I put to put an example, personal development. I'm going to go live again. Okay. We're in Facebook. And in the search right here, let's suppose that you have personal development, like I said. Personal development. Now, there's a list that's coming down here. No, you don't do that. What you do, you go all the way down here. You see where it says, see more result for personal development? Well, I didn't write the whole thing. But anyway, let's write the whole thing, development. Okay. And again, search for more results on personal development. Oops. Right here. There's a tree there that I didn't want to put. Okay. Right there, you are going to click right there where I have the in red. You click there. Oops. And then you see here a big long list, say all results, people, pages, places, groups, applications, and events. You are going to focus on only two in this case when you're looking for personal development or for a specific special groups. One of them is pages, and the other one is groups. What you do is you click, I'm going to click here on pages, click. And there, as you see, personal development resources, personal development inspiration, and you see here appear the amount of people that like it. I mean that these are big groups. And then you can click there. I'm going to click in personal development inspiration. Then when you click like here, and I'm going to click like because I like this group, I click like right here. Then I belong to this group, and as you see, there are many people that are posting stuff. And then when somebody like Sandy Patty or Powell Kuraski or somebody is posting something like these people here, what you do is you want to ask them to be their friend, but first you check the person. I just click in Sandy. I want to know who the person is. I click about. I see that there's more. First of all, it's in India. Probably it's not a good idea right now because we are not in India. But the more information you see on about, the better is to connect with that person and say something like, let me go back, inspiration. You say, I saw your quote, I saw that you post on personal development. I would like, here it is. I would like to be your friend, or the same with this. I would like to be your friends. I like also personal development. That's a good way to connect. The reason I like personal development and inspiration, here I'm checking Powell. Okay, this guy has more information, although I think he lives in Europe. Yep, in Poland. Okay, again, you find people in countries where we are located. That's really cool. But anyway, you see how cool? Now, let's suppose that you want to be more specific. And instead personal development, you have, let's see, oh, Jack Canfield. Jack Canfield. Okay. Now, again, instead just looking for the first one that you see here, you're going to go right here, click on see more results for Jack Canfield. Just click here. And then you look for no people, because people will be people that are with the name Jack Canfield. You go to pages or groups. Remember, groups are usually private. You have to ask to join. Places, you just have to click like. And let's see, I'm going to click pages. And we have one Jack Canfield pages, 267,000 friends. A lot of people. As you see, I already like it. Here, if you like it, and then you can go to that page, and again, the same thing. You look for people that are commenting. Don't write anything about it, or something like that, because they're going to kick you out. But you see, there are a lot of posts here, and there are a lot of comments. 167 people like this comment. There are many comments here, and then you look at and for example, she's from Puerto Rico, for example. And then you say, oh, I like your comments. I would like to be your friend. As simple as that. Really, really cool. Really cool. I hope you are getting what I'm talking about. You can do the same thing with any golf. Do you like golf? Let's put golf here. And again, you go to the last part. See more results in golf. Okay. Right here. You click right here. And again, you're looking for pages and groups. And then I'm going to click in pages. In groups, by the way, let me click in groups for this time. The groups usually are smaller, and this one are really small, 16 members, 18 members. You look for groups that have a lot of members. If you don't see anything big, just forget it. That's why it's better to go to pages. Like, for example, this one has 6 million people. As you see, there are a lot of prospects. And as soon as you click in that page, you can click like that. By the way, as you notice, I click like. And by the way, it's asking me that some of my friends like golf and related pages. Interesting. So well, most of them in isogenic. That's cool. But anyway, as you see, and then again, you can find the comments that people are making. Real estate. You want to talk about to real estate people, the same thing. Real estate. You go all the way down, click on real estate, and here you can enhance it if you want to. You can click on people, and this is the only case when you're a specific people that you want to, and it's going to give you every person that is in real estate. But also, when you click on pages, real estate agent directory. Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, I like it. I didn't realize that. And I have some of my, I just saw one of my distributor names there. I guess she's following my advice. But again, you can get here, and then you see different posts. You see one post, 1,000 people, more than 1,300 people like it. And again, you can connect with the people. Hey, I love that page, real estate. I would like to connect with you. Okay. Chiropractors. Okay, the same thing. You go down there. You want to connect to chiropractors. You can look for individuals in this case, or pages, or groups. In this case, pages. No, don't get in group or people. In this case, individuals. Now, what about company names? Oh, you want to connect with people from Mary Kay. To have an example. The same thing. You go down. And then you go to pages. Whoa, Mary Kay, for example, here has 1 million people. Holy cow. Or groups. Really cool. By the way, you want to find out the isogeny sites, isogeny groups, you do the same thing. You click here, and then you can click groups, and you see all the isogeny groups that you can belong, or people, excuse me, pages. The same way that you can find other companies. Monavi, you have an example. You click down here. I hope you're getting how that you can get unlimited people right here. Really, really, really cool. Really cool. Okay, let me go back to the presentation. I spend a little more time here, but it's because I want you to show you how powerful this is. Finding sports, etc. Okay, I already talked about this. You comment. I saw your post. I like this here. That's what I was saying. Again, you can get unlimited amount of friends. It's really, really cool. Now, if you have less than 100 friends, like I say, ask about 5 people a day, except if you are relatives, and 20 per day if you have more than 100 friends. Wait 24 hours before you contact more. In other words, you ended at 5 o'clock, start 24 hours later, exactly. Only connect with people who have less than 4,500 friends. And the reason I say this is because for some reason, if you connected to many people that have more than 5,000, I say 4,500. Why do I say 4,500? Because even if say 4,500, one time they could have been 5,000. If you connect to many of them, for some reason, Facebook doesn't like that. And it's why I look for people that are, now this is people, no groups. Groups and pages is different. You can have a pages with a 1.6 million, say like it, because that's different. I'm talking when you are connecting with individuals that you are asking to be their friend. And people that have some info. People that don't have information don't even try. Most of them are close-minded. Now, post on your wall. I like to post in my wall always. I always have thoughts like this. And then people always respond. Okay, I'm going to show an example. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's go to my site, I guess. And I always post different things. I post when I go to restaurants. I post meetings. For example, this is a meeting that we have. I post when I do like a walk here. And then when people answer, if they are not distributors, I just connect them with them privately. And I connected with many people doing that way. People that I have in one of our friends meetings. I also have thoughts like this one, for example. And then people answer. And again, I have just 28 people that like it. The cool thing, by the way, when you post stuff, here you see, in theory, you say, okay, only my friends are seeing this. But let me check. I'm not check this one, but let me check. It's gonna, when you click in 28 others, it's clicking, seeing that, oh no, hold on a second. Mary, she's not my friend. She's asking to be my friend. However, she saw my post. Oh, and this said add friend. That means that these are not my friends. These are not my friends. How do you think they saw my post? Really simple. When one of their friends click like or something like that, then it's gonna go into like an exchange. Other people are gonna see it too. Also, some people sometimes want it to is a follower, not friend. But again, when people does that, I get really excited because then it expands the circle of influence. In other trainings, I'm going to do specific for Facebook. I'm going to go deeper on this. But just with what I'm showing you now, this and what I showed you before, you can get unlimited amount of friends. There are many other ways to get deeper, but what you have already is amazing. But posting, I love posting stuff, personal development stuff, because it's really powerful. One of person that's using a lot social media also for prospects, Deborah Kay, one of the millionaires, and you see, she also posts a lot of personal development stuff. You see, this is Deborah Kay. This is an example of things that you can do. But anyway, let me go to the presentation. This is very important. Use the script that we provide, stick to the scripts, and I'm going to show you again where you can find talk or write less than your prospect. This is so important. when you're using the scripts, never ever write more than your prospect. The same thing that when you're talking to a prospect, make sure you ask a lot of questions and always end with a question. The purpose of the scripts is to qualify people. Those who are annoying or weird or negative are eliminated from your list and from your friend list if you happen to be in your friend list. Others will go to the back burner, and you may follow up once in a while. I would say at least once a month. Or in the internet, they can. There are many of you. Them are going to follow you up. It's why it's too nice to have nice posts in your site. Now, also, you present using the tools. Here we have experienced isogenous enterprise woman, or you invite them to check a business webinar or a conference call or to a meeting if they are local, or using the MyISA videos too. Now, again, if people say no after the scripts, you put them in the back burners and then you're going to have follow-up. If they say yes, then basically, obviously, you sign them up. Okay, this is being long, guys, but I gave the reason I gave you so much information of the different way that you can attract people. There are so many ways, and there are even more. But this one, what I show you, just by itself, it can keep you busy for the rest of your life in this business. Anyway, Alex, are you there?
Yes, George.
Okay, I hope you don't have a brain hernia after so many ideas.
No, actually, I tell you, it is absolutely fantastic to see how things have changed from the times of 25 cents per minute long distance calls to this technology. And Facebook and all this social media really make it easy to locate people to talk to.
Yes. Yes, yeah, we have so many. Yeah, because when we started in network marketing, we of course social media didn't exist, and then later the only thing were emails was starting to come up. I mean, with things like Prodigy and American Online in the beginning, but there were, but there still were ways to prospect. As a matter of fact, the great grandfather of social media were the boards or the groups that were in AOL and in Prodigy. As a matter of fact, Alex, do you remember how I met you?
Well, AOL.
AOL, yeah, one of the boards, just talking to him. And today it's much easier to do it through social media. It's why the tools that we have today are amazing. Imagine if you meet somebody on the internet and eventually become a millionaire in your group, and that's what happened with Alex. I met him through AOL. Facebook started in 2004. Didn't become popular until I think 3 or 4 years later, maybe more than that, probably about 2009 or 2010. We started in Isogenix 2003 before Facebook existed. That's interesting, huh? But guys, I don't know if anybody has a question. I'm sure that we have to have at least one question because some people are saying, what? Oh, I hope so
Actually,
anyway.
we have a question, and I'm gonna limit my talking because there is a lot of echo here for me.
Oh, it's funny. We don't hear. I don't hear echo.
Yeah. Well, the question is actually whether this will be posted, a replay of this webinar. And yes, tomorrow evening we will have it posted at the howtogetgoing.com.
Okay, perfect.
And the rest are comments, about basically very positive comments and thanking you for such a thorough explanation.
Well, I hope you say basically. That means that all of them, or there are a few. By the way, guys, you probably hear many other people that they on Facebook, especially on Facebook, that they try to sell you leads, for example. Yeah, leads works. It's just that it's really tough. It's tougher than most people think, and to find a good source of leads. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's a question that somebody asked me just about 3 hours ago. And advertisement, yeah, you can place advertisement, but again, that's a science by itself, and you have to spend money to do that. Good leads cost about $3 to $5 per lead. I mean, they're expensive, and you have to go through many of them. I think for every 100 people, you find somebody, one person that may sign up on call leads. Advertisement, again, you have to be really good in advertisement. There is today the CEOs different things that you use, pay-per-click, etc., over the internet. But that's now really expensive. It used to be really cheap, and now it's really expensive. And again, it's tough. You have to have a special knowledge. But the worst part is that those things are harder to duplicate. You want something that when you teach your person, you can duplicate really quick. And as a matter of fact, oh, do you know what? Oh, sorry, I almost got out of here. I have to show you GoPro book. I forgot how GoPro.com is the book on network marketing. For those of you that don't have that book, oh, that's not it. This is look more like a camera.
You need to go to Eric Warris, Network Marketing.
Network Marketing Pro. Okay, sorry. Network Marketing Pro or Amazon too. You can get this book.
It should be the tab.
Yeah, just click on it. You can buy one too, by the way, on Amazon. This book is amazing. Help you a lot on the training. You also have the scripts that he has with him, and help you a lot of how to become a master recruiter. Also, by the way, let me go back to the page, original page. He's talking about the recruiting mastery event. Guys, if you can go there, it's going to be amazing. I have already a few tickets. I'm going to be being there. I wasn't the one that he did last year. And that's when I knew this guy. I mean, his material was going to be top. But I don't want to sell you that. I'm just talking about this book. And you can get it in one book in Amazon. I think it's for $10. You can get also the downloaded version, and you can learn a lot about also how to become a network marketing professional. Now, I gave you many more resources that you need in order to have unlimited prospects. Eric will give you some other ones, and some of them same that you saw, and I give you even more than that. But guys, we are in this business to, I bet at least most of you, we have a lot of people on the webinar to make money, and I know if you want to make money, you have to become a professional. And this book, $10, is an amazing book, and all the trainings that we have help you to become a professional in isogenics and in network marketing. What we have is amazing, and I said I was going to tell you some names. You probably know who is Alexis Romano. If you don't know, you've probably been under a rock. Alexis Romano went from not being in the top 200 last year to suddenly coming out of nowhere and becoming number 5 in the company in isogenics. Alexis Romano, a good percent of her business, I think 60 or 70% of her business, getting leads were through connecting with people on Facebook. That she's an example of people using the tools. Now, it has to be Facebook. Well, Jimmy Smith has sponsored a lot of people, and I don't think he has sponsored one person through Facebook. It doesn't mean that you have to be a Facebook king or queen in order to become super, but you combine all the different things that I show you, and you can become an incredible success. I show you how, thanks to trade shows, in this case was a women's show and a bridal show, we have 2 people. Tammy Hess, that she was the one that sponsored Hillary, and Hillary, by the way, sponsored the person that sponsored Holly DeMont. Holly DeMont sponsored Lori Harder, Kathy Savage, and everything came through a person that was sponsored, that had a booth in What Woman Went. Or Dave MacArthur, another of the millionaires, he came because his wife had a booth in a bridal show. Guys, there are many ways to get people. There's unlimited. The more ways you use, the more successful you are going to be. But anyway, this is exciting. I don't know if we have another question. I don't want to talk too long and take somebody else's time that could be asking any questions.
No, we don't have another question, but actually talking about that GoPro book, I have one right here in my hand together with the 2013 Celebration Blitz CD and DVD kit. And we can give this away to the next person to ask a question. I'll mail that as soon as I get their address. So.
Oh, okay. Let me be clear. If somebody asks the next question, they're going to get a GoPro book?
That's correct.
Okay, guys, if you don't have a GoPro, and even if you have one, guys, I recommend to get an extra one, because you give it to the next person that you sponsor that you feel is going to be a leader. I had given, I don't know how many books, probably about 14 books to people that have signed up or people that wanted to become a pro. But guys, ready for the question? Let me Be prepared. And by the way, there are not dumb questions. Any question that you think that's dumb sometimes is really important. It's one of the most important that has to be asked.
Okay, where time is ticking. Okay, perfect. So we have a
I
winner
hope
actually.
it's not in Alaska or, and excuse me, in Australia or China because you have to send along.
Okay, so here we have a winner, and it's Chat.
Oh, from Canada. Hey, Alberta, Canada.
Hey Chad, congratulations. And his question is, what is the best tool that leaders use?
Oh, well, I would answer it this way. The best tool that leaders use is that they use the tools. Yeah, because they use the tools. That's why they become leaders. And now the best are the videos that you have on your website. That's the number one. The number two is the magazine, and and number two, very tied to number two, is also the what's called the launch kit, home launch kit. Those are the most powerful tools so far that people are using right now. Your website or the iSamovie could let's put it that way. Any of the videos on the internet, the magazine, Prosper magazine, and also the launch kit, home business launch kit. That by the way has become a bestseller. Has been they have been our back order a couple of times already, a few times already. And it's been really powerful. As a matter of fact, just I don't know if she's on the call. Becky, no, she's not. Becky, who is a new distributor, she did her first presentation, home presentation, on Wednesday last week, and she had 4 new associates. And interesting because all the 4 new associates they had the goal to become a consultant by this week. And I think one of them has already one person or two of them. But anyway, and she's an example. We have 3 home presentations a week in Utah, and the reason is because we know that they work. We have one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, and one on Thursday. Okay, but yeah, I think that's a powerful tool. I think I hope I answered the question. But the best tool is the one that you use. Um, is any other question? Because I want to tell a short story really quick before. Oh,
Now, actually, George, let's just start wrapping it up because we're running out of recording time here.
okay. Yeah, it's going to be, as I said, was going to be a little longer than normal because we are covering so much stuff. And by the way, guys, if you have questions, you can still email those questions to us or text to me or to Alex. If you have my phone book, my cell phone, you can text me or call me. Okay, I think that's it. Guys, I just want to tell you, make sure you get your home launch kit. And by the way, well, let me tell you a really quick story. The best story is whatever you use. Years ago, one of the top distributors in network marketing, he made an incredible amount of money. That was several years ago. He was not a guy that did too many presentations, big trainings. He was doing a lot of smaller training, and he was called to the a national training, and he was the #1 distributor. And then he went up on the stage, and then he asked people, and this was when cassette tapes were really popular. And he said, "Okay, let me tell you the secret of my success. This is a guy that didn't have experience in network marketing before, and then he made millions of dollars." And he said, "Okay, the first one, write 10 names right away, and I give you 5 minutes." And people write it. Okay, the second one, write down what is your favorite audio tape of this company, and then people write the favorite. Number 3, buy at least 10 of those audio cassettes. Buy 10 the next steps, give to those 10 people each one on a cassette and tell them that you want it back. And they did that. And they say, okay, then repeat the process and get 10 more people and get more tapes. Say, okay, that's it. Thank you very much. He was on the stage for less than 7 minutes. And he got off the stage and people started saying, whoa, what? And he came back, yeah, that's the secret. Yeah, what is the best tape? The one that you like the most. That's it. And that was an incredible teaching that this guy gave, and he's one of my heroes in network marketing. I got all his trainings. I was in another company. I was getting all his trainings. That was in the early 2000, 2001 or something like that. But anyway, that's a story.
Well, it's truly amazing how simple it is to make it in this business. It's not just one single thing, it's a variety of things. And the thing that every leader has in common is that they took action and they took consistent action and they were persistent.
And they use the tools. It's like Lynn Haggeron said, don't
Yeah,
be a fool, use your tools.
that's right. Well, thank you, George, and thank you each and every single one of you for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing you next week then. Good night,
Thank you very
everyone.
much, guys.